Okay, before we get started here, I just want to state my qualifications on the subject. I am a Wisconsin resident. Okay, now that we cleared that up, a lot of people ask, how do I go out and drink and enjoy my life without spending so much money? The first step here is going to be don't. I know, revolutionary idea. I probably just blew your mind by suggesting such a crazy venture. But yeah, seriously, don't. Or at least not all the time, right? The less you drink, the more your health and wallet will thank you in the future. Now again, I'm not naive. I'm not telling you to never have another sip of alcohol again in your entire life. That would be ridiculous. What I am telling you to do is that if you are drinking quite a bit, maybe it's time to start taking yourself a little bit more seriously and start to cut back a little bit. Now, if you're like me, I get a lot of FOMO when my friends are out doing stuff and I'm not there with them. My solution to this is go be there with your friends. Go to the social event. But maybe this time, instead of drinking with them, you could be the DD. That way you still get to experience whatever the fun event happens to be that day, and you save money by not purchasing any alcohol and not having to waste money on an Uber. And if that wasn't already enticing, what's also cool is when you start to DD for your friends, well, it stands to reason that they might one day return the favor. Now, obviously, there's no expectation here, but kind of just comes with the territory most of the time. Now, if you listening to this right now, if you're anything like how I was when I was 21, you're probably just going to go right ahead and ignore that first step. And you know what? I don't entirely blame you. But let's get into step 2. Now, what I'm going to want you to do for the second step is have at least some sort of a loose plan for the night before you start drinking. And no, I promise I do not work for the DARE program. I understand it kind of sounds that way right now, but just hear me out. If you have a plan before the night starts, you are way less likely to be Ubering around to 3 different people's houses or to 3 different bars on completely opposite sides of town because, oh, your buddy has a really good... Yeah, no, I don't care about any of that. You made a plan at the start of the night, you're going to try and stick to it, and if something unexpected comes in to throw a wrench in it, it had better be a really good thing that pulls you off course. But far and away, the biggest reason why you're going to want to have a plan is because it can also give you a sense of how much prep time that you're going to need for step 3, which is to pregame. Now, pregaming anything is a time-honored Wisconsin tradition. You know, we're out here, we're pregaming grad parties, we're pregaming baby showers, we don't care. If people are hanging out, we're pregaming for it. But let me tell you guys, as someone who has pre-gamed a lot of things over the years, some of the best memories come from those pre-games. It baffles me that people just outright skip this step when they go out drinking. I don't know about you guys, but me personally, I'd rather have a smaller group that you can actually talk to and have real conversations with versus the entire night taking place in a bar that's loud with a bunch of people around you that you don't know. But it has more value than just the memories you're making, and it also is a lot easier on your pockets. All right, real quick, if anybody had stopped paying attention or zoned out, snap back in, because this part's important. I feel like a lot of people get pre-gaming wrong. They're looking to get buzzed before they go out to the bar. Buddy, you should be drunk before you step out of your house, okay? Unless, of course, you're driving. In that case, you should be stone cold sober. So if you're doing everything right, then you should be drunk before leaving your place, and that'll mean that your range of drinks that you purchase in one night is going to be anywhere from 1 to 3. Because remember, if you're drunk before you even leave, your goal is not to get drunk. You're already there. Your goal is just to maintain that level. Now, I understand sometimes you don't have all the time in the world to pregame, so I would say anywhere between 4 to 6 drinks is like an acceptable range, but it should not be the target that you're aiming for. Now, if you're drinking 7 drinks or more in one night of being out, guys, you are doing it wrong. You are spending way too much money on alcohol. Because you also have to factor in the tips you're going to be giving to your bartenders. And if you think the way you're going to be frugal is by not tipping, please just don't go out. I'm all for saving money, but not when it comes at the expense of other people. The main gist of what I'm getting at, guys, is you're pretty much going to want to just be reducing the number of drinks you have in a night out. Also, it should be kept in mind that I put the first step as don't drink for a reason. Going overboard in one night doesn't matter as much if you're only drinking once or twice a month. But if you're like me when I was younger and you're drinking every weekend both nights, that's when this stuff really starts to add up. Also, I've got some bonus tips. If you can, try to drink at people's houses, man. Once again, this might just be personal preference, but I've always preferred house parties to bars. But I also understand that as we get older, house parties have become super duper rare. And I get it. I have my own place now. I don't want to host. I don't want to pick up after people that are puking, etc. So I completely understand. That being said, if you can find one, I would try to go to that over a bar any day. Okay, bye.